as real as it gets, virtual horse racing, Photo Finish Live. If you're playing any other virtual horse racing game and not this one, you are absolutely missing out. Real money wagering, horse ownership, breeding, track ownership. The list of features goes on and on and on, and we're going to cover a few of those as well as the Photo Finish Live interface in today's video. Thank you all for stopping by. If you are new to the channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and also leave a comment below if this is the first time you've seen anything on Photo Finish. If you're already a member of the Photo Finish Live community, have a horse, multiple horses, or you're in the process of building out your stable, I would love to hear where you are in the process. So as you can see, we are on the main landing page for Photo Finish Live. Once you log in, there's a bunch of different options. You'll see the video player always showing up with the next race. You can also see the race schedule below and scroll down to see all of the upcoming races. The first thing that I want to jump into, and forgive me if I fumble over my words, I'm doing this live. This isn't a script. I'm not reading anything that I wrote down. So if I fumble something, mispronounce something, stutter, go ahead, make fun of me all you want. I got thick skin and I can take it. So the first thing that we want to talk about today is Derby. There's two kinds of currencies within the Photo Finish Live ecosystem, one being Derby and one being Crown. So let's start off by talking about Derby. Derby is the in-game currency used for pretty much any and all transactions. You use Derby to enter your horses in races. If your horse wins the race, you get paid in Derby. When breeding becomes available, when the game goes live here on April 20th, you'll use Derby to breed, right? You can breed in-house with your stable. You can breed with other stables within the horse racing ecosystem. So again, it's the overarching in-game currency. And you might say, well, how do I get Derby? So to get Derby is very simple. You need USDC, and then you transfer that USDC into Photo Finish Live where you get Derby. So you could easily click Fund Wallet, right? How much Derby do you want to purchase? And then make that transaction. So as you can see, if I click on 80 Derby, the estimated USDC price is $1. So again, pegged to USDC. So every $1 will be equal to 80 Derby. So again, 800 Derby, $10, 16, right? It goes on and on. So very, very, very simple as to how you get Derby within your account. If I did fail to mention, I'll mention it again. This is in beta version 3 with the expectation of the game going live on April 20th. So a lot of exciting things going on right now here as we count down to the actual live launch. Even in beta version 3, everything is real money. So you do need Derby to enter your horse in a race. You will get paid in Derby. If you win the race and you say, hey, I want to withdraw my Derby, you can easily convert that back into USDC with the cash out option. And again, you just need to make sure you have your wallet connected. As always, I don't recommend connecting a hot wallet to anything. So I personally use a ledger, again, so that all of my transactions are considerably safer. So let's talk about Crown. So Crown is another in-game feature or currency within the game. So the only way to earn Crown is if you have Photo Finish Marvelous Mares or Fine Fillies or Stylish Studs. Right, those are PFPs that can be found on Magic Eden, and each of those has a set value of Crown that they will receive over the lifetime, which is right now 26 months or 26 periods. So once you have those NFTs, you then have the ability to stake them. And again, they will earn Crown every single month. That Crown can then be used in track ownership. So again, the more Crown that you have, the more that you can take ownership in racetracks. And then again, at the end of each month, the races that are run at those tracks, right, a portion of the Derby will be split up among the track owners. So again, as you can see, this isn't available right now in beta version 3. It should be live when we go live on April 20th. This week, we'll be able to start actually staking our NFTs so that we earn crown. So when we get into the live version on April 20th, anyone that has them staked is able to take their crown, invest it into track ownership, and then again, another way to make, honestly, money from this game, right? Real money. Because again, you'll get a rake from every month or season for all of the races that are run there. So again, lots of different ways how you can interact with the game, right? Maybe you just want to have track ownership. Maybe you aren't into all of the racing, although I highly encourage you. The racing is fun, and I cannot stop doing it. Thoroughly addicted, like I said. Maybe you just want to breed your horses. So there's so many different avenues that you can take from a revenue generating stream perspective. So you can go through, again, your stable financials that shows, your basically your P&L, right? Your win-loss, right? Your entry fees, how your horse performed, stable statistics, right? You can get everything for the lifetime, breeding, again, which will be live once we get there, right? Marketplace earnings and things of that nature. Right? We talk about real money wagering. So again, you can wager real money on any particular race, just as if you were going, say, to a real horse race in real life. You can bet on these horses to win, to place, to show, and many more bets that I am sure here in the future. So again, we can go back to the main page, right? A race is running right now, so you can always see that here. I have the sound turned off right now, but you're able to toggle that back on and off. There are two modes. You can go theater mode, right? Or you can bring it into full screen mode. So again, love the features. Personally, I usually end up watching it in theater mode. I don't know, it just suits me the best. So again, you can see the results are being posted right now. There was 880 total Derby that were available in that purse. So a nice winning to the podium there. Again, you can see the next race. It's a Blues handicap, 4 furlongs going left in the dirt. Larger purse here, 5,200 Derby up for grabs. And remember, 80 Derby equals $1. So make that money, make that bread, whatever you want to call it. So jumping back over here to races, again, you'll show all of the upcoming races that are on the schedule. You can see races going off here every 10, 15 minutes or so. You have a tab for My Races, which will only show races that your horses have run in, right? And then you have a race history that shows all racing history. There are a bunch of different filters here, right? So you can come over here. If you're not familiar with horse racing, there's a great community to get involved, right? So you can filter it by a claiming, the currency type, if it's a grade restricted, a handicapped, what the distance is, race type, all of these things, right? Track turns, right? Left or right turn. Do you want to run on grass versus turf? Do you want it to be claiming only or a non-claiming? So the amount of filters here that you can have to search for a race are really, really, really helpful. The tracks right now, again, there's only currently one track. Hopefully there'll be more once we get to go live here in less than a month. But again, you can see we talked about staking crown. And again, how many people have staked their crown, what the race fee percentage is. So you can kind of, again, get an idea at the end of every month, right? That Derby revenue that you're going to share in. So I'm really excited for this. Like, I cannot wait to stake my NFTs, start earning crown, and really get the track ownership portion going. Right. So there's leaderboards to say, hey, who's won the most Derby, right? So you can see these aren't small numbers, right? When it comes to Derby, right? In the hundreds of thousands, right? Again, you guys can do the math. Like I said, every 80 Derby equals 1 USDC. So people are out there making bank. They have a new section, right? They have a great section, right? Learn how to play, right? Probably a greatest spot for anybody new to the game. If you don't know anything about horse racing, right? all of the information that you need is right here, right? We've talked about the ecosystem with currencies, the PFP collections, Gen Zero tickets, right? Breeding, right? We haven't really touched on that. We'll go into that more in another video, but that's another great way to make revenue, right? Breeding your horses, right? Racing basics, navigating Solana, the ecosystem that Photo Finish Live is built on, right? All of that information is in this section and learn how to play. So again, a great resource. And then again, great news section, right? That they keep current anytime they come out with a Medium or a blog article. All of that information is posted here. So again, I can jump into my stable here really quickly. This is one of my stables. This is my left dirt stable. So all of my horses, I have focused this stable that their preference is all running left dirt, whether it's firm or soft. Again, everything is left dirt. So I do currently have 8 horses that are in my stable, right? And their ranks are from B+ all the way to A+. So the ranking system we'll talk about here at a later date. But you can then dive deeper into a particular horse. So this horse, Deep Sea Gallop, right? It's a 2-year-old. It's a colt. Again, Generation 0, Scuba Squad Stables. That's me. As you can see, we just raced our horse yesterday. So our horse is exhausted. They do need to recover. If they don't, and you try and run them when they are not fully recovered, they are more prone to injury. And yes, there are injuries within Photo Finish Live. Right, wrong, or indifferent, everyone seems to have a hot take or a hot opinion on it. So be careful. You don't want an injured horse. So you can get a career summary, right? What their preferences are, right? These are just a few of their preferences. They're left, dirt, firm, right? And kind of their stars, right? So 2 stars, 3 stars, 2.5 on the type for firm. You can get kind of a career summary, right? So Deep Sea Gallop has had 6 starts in his career. He's won 2, came in second once. So not too bad. Career earnings are just under 5,200 Derby, with the largest payout, which was actually our race yesterday that paid out 2,300 Derby. So I was really excited to get that win yesterday for Deep Sea Gallop. Not gonna lie, was super exciting. You can then, again, you can see all of the races that they've completed and what their finish was. So again, as you can see, it was actually a couple of days ago, right? Our first place finish here and a second place finish here. Fleet figure. This is, again, the fleet figure, as it says here, is a measure of the horse's on-track performance. After each race, a horse receives a rating based on the horse's time compared to a top-tier time for the race. So you get early, mid, late figures corresponding to how the horse ran. Simple as it is, early, middle, or late. So you can, again, use these fleet figures, right, to determine which types of races horses prefer the most. So there is, again, a development blog on this that you can read more information. So they're continuing to fine tune this along with the race math and the fleet figures. So again, really looking forward to continued changes and updates there. You can look at the bloodline, as we talked about, right? There's NFTs that were out there. All of these Generation Zeros will populate all future generations of horses within the game. So you'll be able to see the bloodline of each of the horse, right? The stud, the mare, grandparents, great-grandparents, again, as the game progresses and breeding gets brought into the game. So again, you can see the ledger for this particular horse, the races that they've won, the cost of entry, as well as any winnings that they get from those. So this progeny will come soon, and you'll also be able to get breeding reports. Breeding reports, you do have to have 20 of their PFPs to get that in the game. So again, really looking forward to that as well. So again, that is a high-level overview of kind of the interface and what you can expect. So again, we have the Blues handicap that just ran. It went 4 furlongs, left dirt. So let's pull this race up here really quick and let's see what happened. So again, you got a full field, 13 horses. And again, 5,200 Derby up for grab. Again, going to keep mentioning it. Drill it into your head. 1 USDC equals 80 Derby, or 80 Derby equals 1 USDC. So again, this is going to go 4 furlongs left turning in the dirt. The track conditions you can see are down here good. You can see it is a stakes race. So again, interface on the actual race itself. You can see the top right corner, right? The time that they're currently running. This is a race replay, so you can see the finish time is already there at 1 minute and 36 seconds. Bottom left, it's going to continue to rotate the horse's name as well as the stable owner, right? So you can see the outfit, Filthy Tricks, Roaring Raoul, Aces Cracked, horse names. And again, it will toggle here occasionally over, or maybe it's just right at the beginning of the race, the stable. Across the bottom, you can kind of see another visual on how the horses stack up when it comes to that. So there you go, Billy Breckenridge in 45 seconds, Roaring Raoul, and then we get a nice cut scene over to the podium. It was really interesting to see that it said the finish time was like 1 minute and some odd seconds, and it was actually 45 seconds. Not sure if that's a bug. I'll check bug reporting in the Discord to make sure. So you can see, there you go, Billy Breckenridge taking home 2,500 Derby, Raoul 1,100, and 832 to the third place. So again, that is real money, in people's pockets. The last thing we could cover on, we didn't cover on the wagering. We'll do it a little bit more in depth in the future, but you can see that there is betting open. And these are the races that betting is currently open for. As the race gets closer, betting becomes available. So again, you can click into this race. Again, all of the information, the horses that are currently entered, right? And you can select the horse. You can pick the wager type. Right now it's win, place, or show. So again, for example, if we wanted Nightcrawler to win, we could put our wager amount in here. So let's just say we wanted to put, right, 2,000 Derby on Nightcrawler to win. It's that simple, and we place the wager. I'm not going to do that right now because I'm going to save my Derby for some races later that I want to get my horses entered in. You have the wager pools down here that will update as wagers come in, how much time until the betting closes. So again, I can't tell you how realistic, how intuitive, how fun this game is. All of the information, again, they have Twitter, Discord. Their community in Discord is absolutely amazing. Hands down, probably the best Discord community I've ever been a part of. So again, hopefully you found this video informational. Hopefully you found it helpful. If you did, please, again, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. We'll be back with plenty more videos, especially got to get some videos up of my horses because they're actually starting to perform. I don't necessarily know if they're starting to perform or they're always were performing, and I'm just understanding where to enter them, what races to enter them in, using the fleet figures that we talked about and things of that nature. But anyways, it's going to be a learning and growing experience. Hopefully we can do it together. Until next time, as real as it gets, Photo Finish Live, make sure you get in early because you will be very early, and I promise you will be very, very happy. Thanks again for watching.